Hi Leo, welcome to your January 2021 reading. So we're moving into a new year. Happy New Year. I'm doing this on New Year's Eve, so the energy is very electric today. We actually are just shifted into a Leo moon. So we're feeling that heart center. We're feeling that heart chakra explosion that you guys are just like the most loveliest people. I don't know if I've told you this, but my youngest son is a Leo, and he's an Aquarius rising. So he loves people. He loves being around people. He loves telling people how much he loves them. Like at least 3 or 4 times a day, he tells me how much he loves me. So the heart that you guys have is amazing. That heart is going to be tested for the next 2.5 years with Saturn in Aquarius. So wherever your Leo energy is in your chart, Saturn is going to be kind of getting that 7th house energy with that Leo energy for you. And the 7th house is about partnerships. It's about long-term partnerships. It's about romantic partnerships. It's about even work partnerships or any kind of long-term relationship that you have with people in life, family or whatever. But you're really going to be learning a lot about how you interact with other people and have you been allowing negative toxic energies into your space? Are you allowing people to walk all over you? Are you working well with individuals, or are you blocking and restricting other people from coming into your life? There's going to be a lot of lessons in relationships, and some of you might even end up in that one relationship that beats all the other relationships, and you really learn how to grow and thrive within it. So that'll be fun for you guys. January is going to be a really good kicking off month for that. And I think that the more you allow yourself to see how Saturn is showing you just how to shift yourself through relationships, the more you kind of resist, don't resist the flow. The more you resist the flow with relationships and partnerships, the harder it's going to be. If it's not working, don't force it, man. And Saturn's going to show you where it's not working. If it is working, don't sabotage it by thinking, you really work on yourself. This is going to be a big thing because all relationships start with self. Everything starts with self, right? It's nobody else's fault if you're not doing well. Yes, somebody may have triggered you, but that wound already existed within you, right? So we have to remember that in all relationships, we also have to take accountability for our own bullshit. And Saturn is not going to sleep on that for you guys. He's really going to show you where you need to take accountability when it comes to relationships as well. So it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting for the next 2.5 years. And it doesn't have to be a bad thing, you guys. It really doesn't have to be a bad thing having Saturn in your 7th house, because and yes, I have a feeling somebody's going to be like, but isn't that just for Leo risings? Technically, Leo rising Saturn will be in the 7th house, but all Leo energy is going to be feeling the Saturn effect as well. So it's not just the rising sign. So keep that in mind. But yeah, we have to take accountability for our own actions. And sometimes when we try and force things to work, it is harder on us than it even has to be. And I think that January is going to be one of those months where it's sort of in your face. The lessons are going to be showing you where you need to let go, and stop vacillating over the past. You know what I mean? It's like the past is the past is the past. And the more you focus your energy on the past, the less you're living in the present moment. And if you're not living in the present moment, it's very difficult to manifest into the future if you're not living in the present moment. If you're constantly focused on what's been lost, You cannot focus on what you can gain, you know? So, okay. It does sort of feel like you are reminiscing. Man. Okay, so we have the Knight of Swords is the first energy. This is very aggressive, you guys. Whoever the air sign is that wants to argue with you, really, really, really putting you in a bad mood. 5 of Cups, and then we have the 2 of Pentacles. It almost even feels as if you're trying to decide whether you even want to put up with this anymore. Are you going to let that air sign keep bulldozing you, or are you going to allow yourself to go in another direction? Ace of Cups, King of Cups, and the 4 of Cups. Don't ignore your emotions. Don't ignore yourself, and don't ignore your emotions in January. This Ace of Cups is about self-care. It's about healing and self-care. It's about filling up your cup first before giving it to anybody else. And if you are sitting there thinking, should I take care of myself in this situation, or should I take care of them in this situation? 100% self first. What did I say, right? It's always about the self first. In every relationship, you have to have a relationship with yourself first. King of Cups and the 4 of Cups. If there's a water sign that's ignoring you, or is giving you mixed signals, or isn't really showing up for you, it's really time to let that go. So if this air sign also has water in their chart, or the water sign also has air in their chart, it's really time for you to start saying, I know that I deserve better. And the universe is trying to give you more with this 4 of Cups. The universe is trying to give you better. It's literally like the universe is trying to give you this Ace of Cups, but this King of Cups is right in the middle. Do you see what I'm saying? So don't let this be the restriction. Don't let this be the blockage to your emotional abundance. Don't let this person get in the way of the emotional abundance, because the universe is trying to give it to you. Aces are gifts. And the universe just offers us gifts every once in a while when we're not even looking. We don't even need it. We're not even looking, and here we are, right? Let me just adjust myself before I start shuffling. All right, let's see what this Knight of Swords is, because it looks a little angry and aggressive. Woo. Yeah. So there's some kind of argument that's happening, and here you guys are, that Knight of Wands, and you're like, I don't really know what to do about this now. It's almost as if you're in limbo. Like the argument happens, you're extremely disappointed about the way that it turns out, right? 5 of Cups, you're extremely disappointed about the way it turns out, but you still don't know. You're still asking yourself the question, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Why would you want to stay in something that's angry and miserable? Why would you want to be in that kind of energy? So if that's happening to you, if in your outside world there's like angry energy, or other people are just plain miserable, don't question your own best version, right? Like you be the best version of yourself. You allow yourself to be fully abundant. Ooh, 2 cards. Okay. Oh, yeah. Page of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles on the 5 of Cups. It's time for you to go on a new journey, a new adventure. That Page of Pentacles sometimes can be like a fuckboy energy or a fuckgirl energy. Excuse my language, but that's true. And the 9 of Pentacles is like, you're better than that. You're way better than that. The 9 of Pentacles is being independent and abundant all on your own. That doesn't mean that you won't have good people around you. Or you can have good people around you, right? Ace of Swords on the 2 of Pentacles. Whatever the question is, you will get the answer. The universe is going to provide that answer to you try not to listen to your ego in it, because I feel like with this Ace of Swords, this is about a conversation, and whatever conversation that you had with another person, whatever kind of argument you have, whatever came up, it's really got you vacillating within your feelings. And that's just, it's gross, you know, like who wants to sit there and be like, I don't know what to do about this. I don't know. It doesn't make me feel good, but I also, you know, if I let go of it, then what if all of the things, right? What if I'm alone? What if I don't meet anybody else? What if I don't find another job? What if I don't have another friend? What if my family members won't ever talk to? Going through all that, it's going to drive you crazy, Leo. Don't do that to yourself. Don't do the vacillating what ifs. This conversation has an exclamation point at the end of it. So you're going to know the answer. The reason why you're still vacillating, though, is you don't like the answer. Because you know that you're going to have to make changes. What happens when fire has to change? What happens when fire has to expand? Right? It gets hotter. It gets bigger. And right now, it's sort of like, there's like this paralyzing fear of, but what if I like start to make changes and I start to shift in another direction and I start to do new things? What if everything falls apart? What if it doesn't work? What if, right? That's where the self-confidence comes in. That's where the self-care comes in. That's when you start telling yourself all the things like, I know that I can do this. I know that this is a path that I'm going to be able to take. I know that I have the strength to be able to do it. I know that it doesn't matter what other people think about me. It doesn't matter what other people say about me. It doesn't matter what's going on in the outside world. It only matters how I feel about myself. So focus on filling up your cup. Focus on planting the seeds and getting to work. So there's Saturn. And Saturn is going to guide you through it. Everybody looks at Saturn as if he's a bully. Maybe he is a little bit of a bully, I guess. But to be honest, all Saturn wants you to do is get it right the first time. So he'll show you the lesson. He'll show you how to get through it. It's not going to be comfortable. But once you allow yourself to learn that lesson and you get over that hump and you get to the other side of it, freedom. He releases the binding. He releases the restrictions. Do you see what I'm saying? But it's all about focusing on what you need to do, focusing on what you need to, the seeds that you need to plant, the creations that you need to make. Right? It's not about what other people want you to do. It's about what you need to do for yourself. And self-care isn't just the outside. It's not about taking a bath. It's not about buying yourself flowers. Yes, it can be about that. But more than anything, self-care is about speaking to yourself kindly. Self-care is about building up your own confidence and allowing yourself to live in peace. And that's why all the time I'm like, okay, so this person's really angry with you, or you have this conversation that doesn't go very well, and then you have to ask yourself, is it worth disturbing my peace? Probably not. Maybe it is worth disturbing your peace. I don't know. You'll have to discern that for yourself, for sure. Depending on what it is. Let's see what this water sign is up to. Something tells me this King of Cups is more of a distraction than anything else. And I would rather you not be distracted right now. Because when we distract ourselves with outside energies, then we're not actually feeling what we need to feel. We're not paying attention to what we need to pay attention to. And I think that your intuition is very, very much going, oh, like screaming at you. This could be a Pisces energy, but the High Priestess on the King of Cups is like, you already know. Like, your intuition already told you who this person was. You saw this person coming. You saw the energy of this person before they even approached you. And when you start manifesting things, you can also manifest lessons. If you're not being honest and transparent with yourself and what you want to have in your life, you can absolutely manifest lessons if you want to. It's possible. People do it all the time, you know? So listen to your intuition. What's the difference between intuition and ego? That's one of the biggest questions I'm asked. Your intuition is not going to ask you to stay in a situation that is disrespectful. It's not going to ask you to give more energy into a situation than you're receiving back. It is not going to ask you to stay in a situation where you question your integrity. I know that hit a nerve with a couple of people. So reminding yourself, if you think that it's your intuition telling you to stay where you are because that other person needs you, that is your ego. Your ego is saying that other person needs you. You need you. Right? Four of Cups. Okay. So, Queen of Cups is at the bottom of the deck, so that water energy is not going anywhere. Here we are. There you guys are, showing up very loud and proud. King of Wands. If you want to spend January without dealing with the outside world because everybody's just sort of losing their mind, that's okay too. I feel like you have a lot of planning to do. I feel like you have a lot of things that you want to accomplish. Just don't sit back in that isolation or that solitude for too long. You guys are just natural people. Like, you like to be around people, right? So remember, and remember that when manifesting, feeling good about the manifestations, it's not just about saying the words. It's not about just doing the ritual. It's about feeling your way through it. If you have questions on manifesting, I am offering that Manifesting 101 workshop one more time in January. So it's on January 30th. It was amazing. So November and December, we had workshops in November and December. Life-changing manifestation workshop. I literally manifested everything that I've ever wanted in my life. And there's more to come too, which is amazing because I'm like, there's more? This is great. So I want to share how I was able to do it in my life with you guys. And if anything else, this is just about feeling better. It's just about feeling good. It's just about waking up and knowing that you want to live and feel alive again. And I think we all need that right now. So if you didn't get a chance to do the manifesting workshop in November and December, information is in the description box. And while I'm there, before we look at the bottom of the deck, I am scaling back on doing readings for 2021. So if you would like to get a reading with me, I have a 20% off Fearless 20. Using the code Fearless20, you can get 20% off readings, astrology readings, tarot readings. All of that information is in the description box if you would like to do that. Now's the chance because I'm really going to be scaling back my hours with personal readings in a big way. So now's the time to do it, and you get a discount before the prices are raised. So Queen of Cups. Ooh, I love this. Justice. The World. And the Nine of Cups. Oh, and then the Six of Wands. Let's just add that with the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. And the Six of Wands. Okay. And the Six of Cups. All right. 3 sixes. Here we go. All right. So bringing some emotional balance into your life. That's really, really, really something that needs to happen for you guys right now. Bringing that emotional balance into your life and recognizing that some things just have to end in order for you to manifest more. That's the way it works. We have to clear out room. We have to make room for our manifestations, for the things that we want in life. And a lot of times, the stuff that we have in our life right now that's just taking up space, it's just not good for us anymore, right? So really allowing yourself to close out those cycles, let the things fall by the wayside, that stuff that's been holding you back, that stuff that feels like a restriction, that stuff that feels like a blockage, like, we're leaving it all in 2020. 2020 can have it. Can have all the shit. We're moving into some better energy, a better time. Things are shifting for you guys in a really big way. But you have to believe in yourself. You have to believe and feel good about the direction that you're going in, right? So I do feel like towards the end of the month, things start to shift for you. It's not so aggressive. Mars is moving into Taurus, and that's going to be, that's like work, like you're just going to want to get to work, and that's great. I really want you to do that, but I also want you to feel good while you're doing that. Okay. I love it. I love the shift that's happening for you guys. Just remember to own yourself, own your own truth, and nobody else's feelings are more important than yours. Nobody else's feelings are more important than yours. If you're putting other people's feelings ahead of yours, it's time to stop doing that, because you deserve better. All right, you guys, have a wonderful New Year's. I love you all, and I will see you very soon. Bye.